Shabbat Shalom. Today's Saturday, his Sabbath day. Yahweh freed us from slavery, so that way we don't have to work every day. So he gave us this day to keep it holy. For 6 days he made the earth and the heavens, and on the 7th day he rested, which is Saturday, starting from Friday night sundown till Saturday sundown. He put all these commandments in there, so that way we are all unity as one, and we follow Yahweh. That way there's no division or lies. So we follow the truth, because Yahweh is truth. He created it, and he set the foundation, and he set his commandments, and that's his promise to us. So if he is the creator, who are we to break his commandments and tell him he's wrong? So that's just disrespectful when we don't follow his commandments and follow his ways. Not only is it disrespectful in his eyes, but it's just bringing a curse to mankind. So that way we destroy one another with division, and there's no unity. So the only way is the truth, not the lie. So it's either we follow and become unity in Yahweh, or we become full of division, liars, and we lie to each other, and we devour one another, because there's no unity. Because we don't turn to Yahweh, we turn to ourselves for honor and dignity and division and lies. So that's kind of like what the devil did. The serpent, the ruler, the Babylon, the ruler of this world, set up its own churches, its own religion right from the beginning, and never wanted to honor Yahweh, his name. They kept doing away with his name, just like they removed it out of the Bible. They wanted to worship Baal, the Lord, the God, Godfather, Adonai, Elohim, Elohim, Abba, physical people. God is a physical human being. And then when they die, now you're seeking the dead. You're calling to the dead. You're looking up to him as a God. So now you're worshiping him as a God. So now you worship God. Human official, Baal. If you look in Britannica Encyclopedia and Google it, B-A-A-L, that means the Lord. That means mammon. That means materialistic things of this world. Matthew 4:4 through 10, the devil, the Babylon, the ruler, says to the Messiah, if you bow down to me, I can give you all these things. Well, that's mammon, Baal worship, the Lord, property, materialistic things, mammon, things of the world. So the devil was going to promise all these things to the Messiah if he did away with following Yahweh and not honoring his commandments, not teaching his commandments. And he wanted the Messiah to do away with his commandments, teach the lie, not teach the truth. So does the devil mimic the scriptures? Absolutely. What does it mean when the devil mimics the scriptures? Well, Babylon is the devil, the ruler. Anything that mimics the scripture and changes it to a lie and doesn't follow the truth and tricks the people is a devil. A sinner is a devil. Sin is of the devil. So if you're sinning, you're a devil. You're of the devil, according to scripture. Sin is of the devil. What don't you understand? If sin is in you, then you are of the devil. It's very clear. Scripture is clear. You can't go by what the serpent, the ruler, the churches, the religion has put out there, because that has been a lie right from the beginning. Babylon is the ruler. Babylon has the money, the power, and control. Babylon wants to destroy mankind. That's why they set up division. That's why they set up rulers. That's why they set up religion. It's all about the money, churches, private colleges. All religion is throughout the whole world. The ruler makes money off that stuff. Graven images, gods for yourself. The ruler, Babylon, mimicked the scripture. How? Money, control. They started up they corrupted the Bibles. They removed Yahweh's truth. They interpreted the Bibles to deceive mankind, to give false false interpretation from language to language. Confusion came from different languages. The correct interpretation is no longer there, and it's just confusing. It's nothing but confusion. When you read the Old Testament and you read the New Testament, it has to match. It's symbolics, parables. The way they worded it is to trick you. So now how does Babylon mimic scripture? Religion and churches mimic scripture. They copy it. How do they do it? They make gods for themselves. Gods out of gold, silver, jewelry. How do they make money? They make gods, they sell it. Very simple. More money for Uncle Sam, the ruler of the world, Babylon, the serpent. Revelation 17 and 18 tell you about Babylon, what's going to happen to those people that follow Babylon. Gold, silver, gods, and mammon. Those people that follow mammon are like devils. That's what Revelation 18 says. We have to wake up and be born again, like the Messiah said, to the truth. When he walked the earth, he taught Torah, the Old Testament. That's all he knew. He was great for that. You should be great for that. We should all be great for that. That's what we should know if you want to be just like the Messiah and follow in his footsteps. Even though they honor me with their lips and confess, but their hearts are still far away. The Messiah, the interpretation of the Bible has been misinterpreted by Babylon, the ruler. Graven images, where can they be found? Cemeteries. How much money do they make off that stuff? Gold, crosses, everything. Graven images. The Mother of God. All these things are gods. The devil has mimicked scripture. Yahweh tells us, do not make gods for yourself. What do? They mimic the scriptures and make gods for themselves to make money. Everything is about the money. Yahweh, it's not about the money when it comes to Yahweh. He seeks your heart, not materialistic things. Messiah said, what were you expecting me to show up in a suit and a tie? What do you think he's talking about? He told the disciples, the apostles, go village to village, teach what I have taught you. Well, he has taught Torah, scripture, the commandments, the truth, not the lie. John 17, he came to make his heavenly Rabbi Yahweh's name known. Why would he have to come make that name known if they were worshiping that name and following it already? They don't understand scripture. They don't understand the truth. That's why Matthew 5:10 through 25 tells you, if you don't know better than the religions and the religious people in the churches at law, you will never see the kingdom of heaven. Are you calling the Messiah a liar? This is what he said. Those were his exact words. Yahweh and him are together as one. Those are his scriptures. He came to establish the laws, to accomplish, so that way they could be perfected. Because why? They were the serpent, the ruler, Babylon, the churches, the Pharisees, religion. They were doing away with the commandments. Honor your mother, honor your father. They were doing away with the commandments. And then they were killing the prophets because the prophets were teaching the commandments. Things have not changed. You have to understand scripture. You have to understand the truth. When you have division, the world is going to be destroyed because there's no more unity, there's no more truth, it's just lies. And the religions that have been set up by the serpent, you have Islam, you have Catholic, you have Christian. They've always been at war and killing each other, and it has never ended because of division coming from Babylon the serpent. All this is division. In the Quran, they took Yahweh's name out of scripture. Islam does not understand Yahweh, does not follow Yahweh. They only know Yahweh as Allah. Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac only knew Yahweh as Allah. That's Exodus 6:3. They corrupted all the Bibles to cause confusion, to split everybody up. So that way Islam does not know Yahweh. People know Yahweh, but even though they know Yahweh, they still don't know Yahweh because they only know God, which is a human official. Yahweh is a spirit. We worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay, peace, shalom. Have a great day. Bye.